YouTube, welcome back to the channel. As y'all see by the title thumbnail, I might just shit nice, quick, and short, cause I got some stuff to do. But yeah, bro, this is the time I got jumped. Now, with that being said, I don't been jumped a few times. I ain't gonna say like a few times, but like probably like a good 3 or 4 times. Now, I'm telling a story on this one in particular because in this particular time, usually when you get jumped, it's usually just like it's like you kind of think it's gonna happen. Like you can like it usually just happen on surprise. Let me just say that. So usually like more than times when you usually get jumped, it's like all right, you came here to fight somebody, whatever. They people, they homeboys, homegirls was there. They say they weren't gonna jump in, and then eventually you end up, doing what you got to do. So they jump in. Now in this particular time, bro, this is like one of out of the few times I've been jumped. This is one of the times I actually saw it coming. I saw the shit coming. I knew it was gonna happen. It was just one of those things, man. It was like it ain't gonna lie. I could have prevented the situation, but me being where I was at the time in my life and how big my pride was, I'm like, bro, I'm not about to walk off. I'm not about to run. Not even run. I'm not gonna leave because if I leave or walk off, I know how the situation gonna look afterwards. So to give you all a little backstory, so this happened. I was playing. I was about 12 or 13. So this is the what it took place. It was so I used to go to this neighborhood. Now this is not where I stayed at, but it was like it's just a neighborhood that was like another neighborhood that's not mine, but it was like close by. Now I would go to this neighborhood frequently, a lot, like a lot. Um, so in particular, it was this dude. So it was three dudes. Two of the dudes, they was like probably like they was probably like 2 years older than me, and there was another dude. He was like a year younger than me. So the dude that was a year younger than me, this is the dude I got in a situation with. That dude actually ended up passing away. Now I didn't have nothing to do with it. I think dude now, if I remember, I think dude actually died from a car accident. I think he died from a car accident. But like I said, it was two other dudes that would always be with him. I think it was like his cousins or whatever. Or like one of them was his cousin, and one of the other one was his cousin's friend. They were like 2, 3 years older than me, and he was like a year younger than me. Now, for some reason, he did not like me. He just didn't like. For some reason, like anytime I came in that neighborhood, he always wanted to start an issue with me. Just he would just say slick shit all the time. Like he just didn't like me. Now he also had an older sister. Either his older sister or older because she was like also 2 years older than me. So at this time I'm like 12, probably like 12 years old. She like 14, 15. She's like 2, 3 years older than me. Now, for those who don't know me or never been around me or seen me up close in person or haven't engaged from like I know I don't be all in the camera or whatever, but like I have like kind of like light brown eyes. Not to a point where you can just see them regularly, but like if I'm in the sun type whatever, you can actually see like my eyes like kind of like glow up brown. So his sister or his sister cousin for the video person, I'm just like sister because I think it was his older sister. So she just had a thing for dudes with pretty eyes. That was like one of her things she would always say. So anytime I was come to that neighborhood and just chill with them or just be around the neighborhood, she would see me. She would always compliment me on my eyes. And also, if you didn't know me back then, I had very, very bad acne. Like I had terrible acne. And she would always make the joke, or sometimes she wouldn't even be joke. She would just be like, "Hey, she's like, if you ever clipped your skin, or if your skin was to ever clip just a little bit, you would have to be my boyfriend," type shit. And she would always say that. And she was make a joke like, all you need is the right girlfriend to put you on a good skincare routine. And she would make the joke. She like, I would do it, but I ain't got time for me to blow you up and then you break up with me or whatever type shit. But she was always like, always, anytime I came to the neighborhood, she would always come out there. She would just stare at my fucking eyes. She would literally like make me then there stand in the sun so she could see my eyes glow up, and she would just compliment me with her eyes, and she would just look at it just like that's the only thing she would say to me. Like anytime she never said, Like never asked me nothing, just always complimented me in my eyes and shit. That was it. And just joke about, if my skin was ever clear up, or she would what she would say, like I was always like I was playing sports and shit. This was the time I started like kind of like working out, and I started building on look a little muscle or whatever. She was like, you know what, you actually like look good enough to I would date you with her. She just like you just a tad bit too young for me. She said, but then she like once again your skin was clear up and shit. So I would talk to you like straight up. And I guess he just didn't like that. He did not like that. Now with that being said, I easily noticed that he didn't like that. And like I said, I don't stay in this neighborhood. So therefore, I'm not trying to have issues with nobody. Like I don't live here. I'm not trying to like, even though I come here a lot. I always like, I'm coming here. I used to walk to that neighborhood probably like at least every weekend throughout the weekday, probably like 2, 3 times throughout the weekday. So I come here a lot. So like I said, I don't stay in this neighborhood, but at the same time, I'm here so often with like I'm not trying to have an issue with nobody. And I kind of peeped that he didn't like that. So anytime she would say that or make jokes like that, I would just laugh, like, still try to keep like a positive, cool vibe, but at the same time, I would try to like walk off or distance myself away from her. Or anytime we was outside chilling, say we playing basketball, playing football, or we just walking to the store or whatever, and I would see her, I would always try to like, hide behind somebody, or maybe I'll take another route. I'll walk the other way or a longer way so I didn't have to run across her because I knew it would be issues. Now, this particular day when the situation happened, man, I think we was outside. We was just chilling, whatever. So we was chilling. I think we was at somebody's house. We was in somebody's yard, and we was just chilling. And dude, sister happened. I think she dropped him off something to eat. I think, yeah, I think his mom and dad and her went out get some to eat, and they were dropping off his food. And I remember she brought his food to him, whatever. And she saw me again, said saying shit about my eyes, whatever. Talked to me about 2, 3 minutes, and she got back in the car, and he went back to their house. And I remember dude was in his food, whatever, and then like the other two dudes that he was with. So mind at this time it's just me, that guy, the younger guy that's 1 year younger than me, his older cousin, and his cousin friend. Like I said, I'm not cool. I didn't have I'm not I didn't have a problem with them, but I wasn't cool with them. But I was cool enough to like we was like cordial enough to where like if I was to go to the neighborhood and I was on to see them outside, I would just go walk with them or chill with them, whatever. Because I was like pretty laid back, chill. I ain't really wasn't saw any problems, so they didn't have a problem with me just chilling with them. But it's just like this day, bro. Like so, basically, he get his food, whatever. He eating his food, whatever, and they joking with him. They making like because he like a little chubby dude, and they making jokes with him. And like damn, you don't need that shit. You throw that shit away, whatever. And they was saying like it was saying more joking shit, but it was like funny as fuck. And I know dude don't like me, so I'm trying not to laugh and trying to be like I don't know. I'm just trying not to laugh, but they like I think at some point he said some shit to where I just like I just burst out laughing. So I remember I burst out laughing. I remember dude just looked at me. He's like, bro, he like, man, nigga, I know you ain't laughing. He wasn't making jokes about my I had acne and shit. He wasn't making jokes about that shit or whatever. And I was just cool. And I was just let it fly by. And I ain't saying that. I was like, yeah, whatever, whatever. Say like just say some new shit, nigga. Like, cause that was like the only thing. Only thing people would joke with me back then was like I had bad acne. That's the only thing they could go for. Other than that, it really wasn't much else to say. So basically, he went to talk about my acne shit, whatever. That shit go on. All right, what it is, what it is. So then he keeps on going. Like I haven't said nothing to him. Like whatever. I ain't said nothing. I ain't like I said. He been talking and talking. I ain't said nothing. But then he keeps talking about something. He said something. He was like I beat your ass or I knocked them bumps off your face or some shit. To where he starts throwing me, talking about like he'd put hands on me. Now at that time, man, I know for a fact, I knew for a guaranteed fact, he can't whoop my ass. There's no way impossible you could beat my ass. And I know for sure he knew that, but just because his cousin and his cousin friend was there, I think he knew and I knew that if I was to put my hands on them and I was to get the best of them, they were gonna jump in. So I noticed, like I know for a fact. But it got to a point, like I said, this is what I say. I could have easily just avoided the situation because I could have been like, yeah, whatever. See when nobody outside, I could have made it believe like, hey man, y'all know when such and such gonna be outside. That's why I walked up here. That's why I came down here. They was probably gonna be like, no, we ain't, like I don't know, I ain't heard from them or whatever. I'm like, well, all right, I just come back later. I just come back later when everybody else outside because it was kind of early. But me being me, like I said, he talking shit. I know I can beat this little dude ass. But at the same time, man, I was just at the point like, bro, I'm not about to let you just keep talking shit and not me do nothing. So, bro, he talking and talking, and I finally say something, man. I was like, I'm like, bro, like you can't beat my ass. I like just stop. Like I don't know why you talking so crazy. I like, bro, you keep saying something, I'm gonna put my hands on you. And he's like, nigga, what? You gonna do what? You gonna do what? And he's saying more shit. Mind his cousin and his cousin friend, they're laughing. But they're laughing to a point they just giggling, like doing like little smirks and shit every time he said a joke about me. But they keep watching my movement. Cause at this point I don't got up walking around, I don't stood up. He stood up, he kinda like pacing like back and forth in front of me. To where he had said a joke, he'll look at me like he kinda like face square up, then he'd keep pacing back and forth. So I'm like, bro, I'm gonna have to beat this little dude ass, bro. I'm just gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to put my hands on him. So it gets to a point to where like now he walks up to me. He like, bro, I wouldn't. He said something. You gonna do what? You gonna do what? He like, man, I knock all them bumps off your face. I like, bro. And I remember word for word. I said, bro, if you put your hands on me, I promise you that your first hand you put on me, that's gonna be the last thing you gonna touch today. I promise you. I said, you put your hands on me, that's gonna be the last thing. I'm gonna be the last person you probably gonna touch today. And I remember, dude, he kind of reached back. He trying to not punch me, but like almost like kind of put his like mush me in the face. That's what I'm looking for. He tried to like mush me in the face, and bro, I blacked the fuck out, bro. I really I hit him once. I remember I hit him in the face like twice, but the first time I hit him, like he kind of like backed back to where like he went up against the car. It was like a car in the yard. So he being like he was gonna lean on the car, and I remember I was just like he leaned over. He was like his back was on the car, and I mean I'm just going in. I hit him like 3 4 times, and finally that's when them two they finally run in behind me. His cousin like, kind of like threw me back, and then the other dude he went to like swinging on me. So at this point I'm like kind of like they like face like got me back. I'm back up on this tree. And these two dudes, they kind of like trying to like they walking me down, like they walking towards me. Now he at this point he laying down on the car, crying, screaming, yelling. He got blood coming from his nose. He got blood on his shirt and shit. And he crying, screaming and shit. And he actually ended up running back home. Like he actually ran back home. So at this point it's just me and this two. Now mind you, I don't stay in this neighborhood, so the place like my house is probably like a 8 to 10 minute walk from where I'm at. So at this point, like I'm trying to like at the same time, I'm trying to fight these dudes, but at the same time, I knew this is like it's a lose-lose situation. Cause at this point, I'm probably like I was around like 130, 140 something. These dudes are like 160 plus easily. Now we are the same height, but they both of them have 30 pounds on me easily, like an easy 30 pounds on me. So man, I kind of like go around the tree. So I'm like kind of like trying to fake them out around the tree, but at the same time, I kind of got my hands up. I got my hands on like the tree with one hand. At the same time, I got my fist up, like trying to like act like I'm gonna throw a punch and like one of them come closer to me. But at the same time, I'm really trying to get the fuck on. I'm really trying to take off running. Like that's like my mindset. I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna fight one of these dudes. Like fight both of them. Like there's no way. So basically, I end up like going around the tree. One dude, he kind of like, I kind of like they kind of like I said, they 30, 40 pounds heavier than me. So them motherfuckers, like, they out of shape type shit. Like, I'm way faster than them. So I go around the tree and I'm trying to cut around the car. And he kind of kicked me. Like, he tripped me up. So he couldn't catch me. Like he go reach for my shirt, but at the same time he reached his legs, like he tripped me up. So I end up tripping. I fall down, and like that's when the dude he end up not the dude's cousin, but his friend end up kicking me in the stomach. He kicks me in the stomach. He tried to kick me again. I grab his ankle and I fucking like just slammed him up. I like not slam him, but like threw him against the car. So I grabbed his ankle, put my hand in his chest, like towards his like midsection, and I like pushed him against the car and I used him to like pick myself up. So then at this point, now I'm just backpedaling, like I'm backpedaling, like, cause I think I kind of, I think he ended up hitting like broke the side mirror on the car door. So now I'm like, I really gotta get the fuck up out of here. So now I'm just backpedaling, and like, as I'm backpedaling towards the street, the dude that I just beat up, like the little dude, he ends up walking down the street, and he had this big ass like metal bar, like this big ass metal pole, like. Shit had to be at least like 5-6 feet long. And he walking, he got tears coming down his eyes, he got blood coming from his nose, all on his shirt. And he just crying, he just, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill this nigga, bro. I'm gonna kill you, bro. So I see that shit. I'm like, oh yeah, there's no point. I'm definitely not fighting nobody. At this point, I take out running. So as I take out running, his little chubby self is running down the road chasing me. And like I said, the other dudes, they kind of like chasing me, but at the same time, they see me taking out, they know they're not gonna catch me, so they kind of just ease up to a light jog. But he's still full ass sprinting, barely going anywhere, but he's like full ass sprinting. So now he gets the pole, and now I just happen to look back, and this dude is literally has the pole like this, getting ready to like just throw this motherfucker. He ends up throwing his pole down the street. Now, I don't know where he got the strength from, but I had to have at least a good 10, 15 yards on it. And this motherfucker threw this pole and this shit went flying. So I'm in the middle of the road running and I just happen to look back and I see the pole and it's damn near pretty close. Now at the same time, just so happened, it's a car coming up the road. Bro, when I say this pole hit this goddamn car so fucking hard, bro, like the sound it made, it sounded like it literally sounded like it hit another car. But the pole ended up hitting this dude, hitting some white guy's car, and the shit just fucking like it hit like went in, hit the top of the hood, and then it kind of ricocheted, and it went like straight to the top of this dude fucking windshield. And bro, like it was like a loud ass crack, and I remember I ended up like running towards the grass, and the car slammed on brakes. And I remember the two dudes, like his cousin and his cousin friend, they at the top of the road, they take off running, and he just standing there looking like this, just got his hands up, like what the fuck? Like he just looking. And I remember the white guy, it was like a white, like probably like middle-aged dude, and he's like screaming, like, what the fuck? What just happened? And he looking up the road, he looking at the little dude, and he's screaming, and he like, you, come here, come the fuck here. The little fat dude, he take off running. And then after that, man, I just take off back down, running down the road. And I remember looking back, the white guys in the middle row, he just looking like, what the fuck? He called it. I could see him calling the police and them. Yeah, man, that's like one. And man, I just took flying all the way back home, bro. Probably like that's like one of the crazy times I ever like just been through, like, cause like I saw the situation, I knew it was gonna happen. It was like one of those deja vu moments, bro. Like my pride was just too big, bro. I couldn't walk away from the situation. I didn't want to leave, but I knew where the shit was going down to. I just knew it. But yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the story time. Hopefully I see y'all again. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.